What's going on YouTube? This is Brian with BB's Vlogs and Adventures, and today again I'm standing here at the Goatman's Bridge for part 2. It said there are many spirits at Goatman's Bridge here. The story has it some are pleasant and some not so much. Some of these spirits have unfinished business, and some don't even believe that they are deceased. Some are just so stubborn not to pass over. It is a vortex of spirits. Let's just say good versus evil. The most famous spirit lingering here, of course, most of all people think, is the Goatman himself. That is the most evil here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite the opposite. The Goatman has a name. Trying to find photos, records, or anything to prove that Oscar really existed. The only photo of him that could be him cannot be verified. Census reports and maps don't have boundary lines. They just show the name of the last owner plus the number of acres that they own. Now supposedly a map of Old Alton Road shows of a house of some sort that some of us believe could have been Oscar's. Stories about Oscar was passed down by grandparents and great-grandparents to the locals that are living in the area today. Folklore, you may ask? Maybe, but maybe not. There is no absolute physical proof of Oscar's legitimate existence. Although now there are hefty suggestions that in fact, he did. That is what we are doing here to do throughout this playlist. Let's see if we can make contact or any communication with Mr. Oscar Washburn. So who is Oscar Washburn? Well, in 1903, there was a house nestled in the back corner of town near the railroad tracks where Oscar, his wife, and 2 children lived. Unfortunately, during this time in our history, though he had homesteaded property, he would not be recognized on the census reports as a landowner. You rarely saw a hole in his jeans because his wife was a seamstress. It is said that you would hardly ever see Oscar walking the streets with any holes in his jeans. He said he was always walking with a contagious smile, and he was always made to speak to anyone he passed on his way back into town. Oscar and his family made their home just north of the bridge. It was a small 2-story log cabin that he took great pride in because he built it himself. His 2 children, Jesse and Ellie, helped with the chores early in the morning. before school. Some of the chores consisted of feeding and tending to the goats. Almost everyone from the townspeople to strangers liked Oscar. When I say almost, I mean almost. Now, the Ku Klux Klan was common in North Texas back in that day. Believe it or not, it's sad, but even today. In the mid-1800s, the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, were well-formed men. We were talking businessmen, ranchers, lawyers, professors, politicians, ministers, doctors, well-respected family men who believed that white people were superior to black. Most upper middle class men who performed community service and supported prohibition. The Klan put fear in foreign ethnic groups, religions, and even exploited the natives. Oscar, he was a successful goat farmer and just adored his goats. Every Saturday afternoon, he would take his goats into town to sell and visit with the locals. He became quite the businessman. To increase business, he put a sign on the bridge saying, "This way to Goatman's." This became a deadly mistake. An August night in 1938, let me remind you, August being the hottest month in Texas, Oscar was returning home from a sale. Just as he was passing over the bridge, 5 KKK members in hooded cloaks attacked him. Oscar, he tried to run, but that failed. He couldn't escape. They grabbed a potato sack, threw it over his head. He fought back, but with 5 KKK members, this was no match for Oscar. They threw him over the bridge and left him to die. The men looked on until Oscar's body was lifeless. They walked him to the center of the bridge, tied his hands behind his back. Oscar could feel the rope burns as they twisted the rope around his neck. He did beg for mercy, as he had a wife and children that he had to support. One of the members ripped off Oscar's wedding ring off of his finger and threw it into the river. Another man smugly told Oscar he would never put another sign on a white man's bridge. As the noose was tightly secured around Oscar's neck, another man whispered in Oscar's ear, "I'm sorry, Oscar." Later, returning to the bridge to retrieve the rope and dispose of the body, the KKK men found nothing but an empty noose swaying in the wind. That's right, Oscar's body was gone. Thinking that they had escaped, they feared that Oscar could identify the 5 men. They promptly went over to Oscar's house, where they raped Oscar's wife and murdered his 2 children. After searching the farm, there was no evidence that Oscar had returned home that night. So they set the house on fire and watched it burn to the ground with his wife and children in it. And Oscar was never heard from or ever seen alive again. Other investigators say that Oscar doesn't talk much about that night, that hot August night. Living in spirit form, would you really want to talk about such sad memories? Not just his death, but with what happened to his wife and his children? There is no way I can come out here to Goatman's Bridge, forests, and not say hello to Mr. Oscar Washburn. Story has it, he shows no ill will towards visitors. So let's see if we can make communication with Oscar. If it doesn't happen in this video, I'm coming back. You never know who we'll get, because this is going to be a playlist that I'm putting on the channel. That way we can go back and actually look to see about Oscar. So now we're going to do the investigation part of this. My wife,
hi,
she is the one that is going to use the Necrophonic app with the JBL speaker box, and we're going to see what we can get out of here, out of the Necrophonic app, and we're going to run it for about 6 minutes, which is going to be, I'll tell you when to start. Oscar Washburn, can I get Oscar Washburn to talk to us?
Oscar, we're here to say hi. We're so sorry about what happened to you. We mean no harm or no disrespect. We're sorry about your wife and your children.
Respect.
Oscar, can you let us know if you're here? Can you say your name?
Squirrel? Maybe in these woods.
Killed.
Killed? Ned?
Oscar, are you here?
Oscar, we're just wanting to say hello. We're not going to bother you long. We know you're here still protecting your land. I'm not running.
Listen.
Apprentice?
Who's the apprentice? Can you give us a sign that you're here, Oscar? Make it.
I think that's somebody asking how old. Could be. Possibly.
Oscar, give us a sign. Break a branch or something. Or splash in the water. Can you do that for us, please? Oh no, the one picked up.
Yeah. Quit. Melon?
I thought I said no one.
Oh, no one?
That's what I heard.
Purse? Possessed?
Who's possessed?
Keep going.
Test.
Nazi?
Not. Not or Nazi.
Sam?
That's what I heard, I think. Don't. Oscar, please give us a sign.
Okay, Oscar. Look, we're going to run it just for 6 minutes today. This is where we're going to say that we are going to have to leave you, and there is nobody that can harm us or attach to our equipment.
Or us.
For us, we will say a prayer and we will get out of here as we stop. So please understand that this is where you guys have to stay. Y'all cannot come with us. We demand that. So we respect you, respect us back.
Amen.
Okay, so now what we're doing is we're going to actually run the spirit talker thing. Every time something comes up here, we're going to fill up a whole bank to see if we can make sense of what's going on here at Goatman's Bridge. So as we kind of walk around, every time something comes up, we'll actually show it onto the camera as far as words that come out.
Again, this is the spirit talker that a lot of people use and is very trusted.
So we got 16. The word 16. We got hello there.
Oh, there we go.
Many died here. At this tree. We come to this tree and not talk about it.
Can we keep talking?
We can keep talking.
The grave. Whenever. Frequent.
We will make noise.
Hit. Building.
Admire. Your face. Did you hear me?
Did you hear me?
That will do it for this investigation of Goatman's Bridge. I hope everybody enjoyed. Remember, there's going to be a whole lot more investigations done here at the Goatman's Bridge. So if you wouldn't mind, please, if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends about the video so they can watch them too. Like the video and leave a comment down below. As always, thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. She didn't want to say it again.